The problem with this is that this isn't really addressing the root of the issue, and it can be making the problem even worse. Hey guys, I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so you can manifest your ideal life. If you want to learn more about sexual mastery, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified when I release new videos and go live. Make sure you get my free ejaculation control course through the link in the video description below. Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to explain how squeezing your pelvic floor during sex could be causing you to have weak and short-lived erections. So the most common advice given for men as far as exercises they can do to improve their erection quality is often Kegels. People say you should do Kegels to improve your erections and have greater ejaculation control, all these things, right? But this can actually make your situation much worse. What often happens is that, a man is having trouble sustaining an erection, he's having weak erections or no erections at all, complete erectile dysfunction. And he starts doing Kegel exercises. And he may find that by squeezing his pelvic floor, he is able to push more blood into the penis. It feels fuller, it feels more erect, and so he starts to use this when he's having sex to hold a bit more strength in the erection by constantly squeezing and pumping the pelvic floor. The problem with this is that this isn't really addressing the root of the issue, and it can be making the problem even worse. The reason that you seem to have a better erection when you're Kegeling, when you're squeezing your pelvic floor, is because yes, you're forcing blood into the penis, you're pushing blood into the penis, but this also cuts off the circulation to the penis. This specifically tends to cut off the return flow out of the penis, which means that the overall circulation in the penis becomes diminished. The mechanism of erection is one of blood flow. Blood is meant to be constantly flowing into the penis and out of it through the main arterial pathways of the penis. So when you Kegel, you're essentially pushing more blood into this area and holding it in there. Yes, that will work for a short period of time, but what you'll often find is that your erection still isn't super strong overall, and it is often very short-lived. You'll find that your erections become very up and down during sex. It'll be very hard for maybe a few minutes, and then it goes softer, right? And you have trouble maintaining firmness during sex. And again, this comes down to improper blood flow in the penis. Of course, there's many other factors to erection quality as well. Hormones, energy levels. I've addressed this in my other video, Complete Erection Guide. But this is a trap that men often fall into, is relying on squeezing their pelvic floor muscles during sex. I myself did this for years. I felt like it was making my erections harder, but over time, I found that my erections were becoming more and more unpredictable. Hard for a few minutes, then slightly soft for a while, never really having true full firmness. A true erection is supposed to be very hard, very firm, not floppy. So if you're having weak floppy erections, something is off in your penis's circulation system. Another issue men will often run into doing Kegel exercises to try to improve their erections is creating patterns of hypertension in the pelvic floor, or rather strengthening these patterns. This is something I've been talking about a lot, but basically most men in this modern world have strong tension patterns in their pelvic floor. They're basically holding a Kegel all day, every day. To squeeze these muscles in the first place, blood must be pulled into them. And this often causes blood to be pulled out of your penis to hold the tension in these muscles. And if you have patterns of pelvic floor hypertension and imbalances in your pelvic floor muscles, what's often happening is that this constant tension is requiring a steady supply of blood to it to hold those tension patterns, and this will cause you to have weak erections. So trying to do Kegels to have better erections is really just putting a band-aid on the issue and not addressing the root cause, which is poor blood flow and distortions in your pelvic floor network. It really is a network. It's a system of muscles, of tissues, of fascia that connects to other areas of the body. It's not a standalone group of muscles. When you do Kegels, you're only working a few of the pelvic floor muscles and not working with the whole group harmoniously, right? So this almost always causes imbalances in your pelvic floor, which leads to weak erections, complete erectile dysfunction, and there's very much a strong connection between weak erections and heightened sensitivity in the penis, which leads to premature ejaculation. I started to really notice that if my erection wasn't fully firm, then my penis felt a lot more sensitive to stimulation, and it was more difficult for me to control my ejaculation. And I've noticed that when I have rock hard, solid erections, it's much easier to control ejaculation. And I think this is just another indicator of overall balance in your system, the ability to stay in the calm, relaxed, parasympathetic nervous system state, and being fully grounded in your body. the functions of your body being fully harmonized. So what I do recommend if you're struggling with this issue of weak erections or erectile dysfunction is to stop doing Kegels. It's probably going to make things worse progressively over time. It may in the beginning seem like it's helping, but I almost guarantee that over time, this issue will get worse for you. So what you want to do is start to rehabilitate the muscles of the pelvic floor. Check out my top 4 exercises for pelvic floor tightness video. Stretching out, opening up the hips, the thighs, the pelvic floor area will really help to get a proper blood flow in this area and relieve patterns of hypertension that you may have had down there for years. Something that's been an incredibly valuable tool for me is what's known as the Angion method. This is an exercise program for the penis specifically designed to increase the vascular network of the penis, enhancing blood flow to this area and maximizing the function of the penis as far as erections are concerned. And learn to keep your pelvic floor completely relaxed during sex or self-stimulation. When I started transitioning into keeping my pelvic floor relaxed, initially I noticed it was harder for me to sustain an erection because I wasn't pumping blood into it through Kegling, which I used to rely on completely. But as my pelvic floor started to get back to a state of normalness, the quality of my erections improved greatly and I was able to sustain very hard erections for much longer periods of time. If you want to follow a more comprehensive program that will help you to really open up the pelvic floor, release tension patterns, and free up the blood flow so you have much better erections and overcome premature ejaculation, check out my Awakening the Sexual Center class. I'll put a link in the description of this video. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment below. Have a great day, my friends.